to everyone, welcome to today's webinar with the big topic, finding your own voice from artist to entrepreneur. So I'm Axel, I'm the photo and video community manager at Pixabay, and I'm really happy and thrilled to have you all with us today for the exciting session. A little bit about me, so quick intro from my side. For more than 10 years ago now, I started with photography, really small, like as a hobby, and I originally also just because I needed some money and a job living in LA, and back then I worked as a personal assistant for a commercial product photographer, and from this day I started to learn a lot. So earning little money, but learning much. So it was the biggest step in photography for me. But over the years, I completely fell in love also with the genres, travel and especially street photography myself. So, and today I'll be your host, and I'm super excited to introduce our co-host and today's presenter, Elay.
Hi.
And yeah, she's incredible, talented photographer, an artist, photographer with in my eyes, a unique eye for moments, emotions, people, and all over photography. So, but before we jump into today's topic, I'd love to pass it over to you so you can introduce yourself properly.
Hi, everybody. I'm happy to be here today. Thanks for having me. Thanks for the compliments, Axel. I feel very honored that you guys have me here. And at first I wanted to say that I'm a little bit nervous because English isn't my first language. So I hope everybody understands me. I give my best. And I'm a photographer since, not sure. I tried many things. Like when I was 16, I started to have a photo camera in my hand, but actually just make photos like with an intelligent automatic, and didn't really know what I did. And then I was a kindergarten teacher because I thought, art, not possible to make money with it, so I go the safe way. And with 22 years or 23 years, I checked that I'm not happy. So that have to be more. And then I decided to change my hair color, going blonde, and started to study design. So I canceled my job and go in another direction. Yeah, and now I'm like for 7 months working as a full-time photographer, but I had many different experiences with photography in the last year. But I'm here today to talk about the last 2 years, because the last 2 years really changed everything. So
Thank you, Elay. So before we start, like little from my side, important reminder, please use the chat function to connect with us and each other here and all the participants throughout all this webinar, and as your microphone will be muted, so if you have any questions, please free to write them down. Also important to know, this webinar will be uploaded on YouTube. It's recorded, it will be recorded now, so it's forbidden to screen record or use any AI with this, but you can check it afterwards. We will share the link afterwards with you, so feel free to only enjoy. And quick from my side also, what's Pixabay for the ones who don't know Pixabay? And so it's an amazing platform. Pixabay is all about connection, exposure, inspiration for all the creatives. It's a big and growing community of artists, photographers, musicians, illustrators. So incredible work you can share and join on this platform. But what's even also better on this platform, it's about giving and receiving feedback, upskilling through educational blogs, workshops like today, webinars, And like this, it's participating in contests and community events. So, and as an artist, you can create your profile, receive donations, or even also indicate that you're available for hiring and for jobs. So I think nice platform to join. Feel free to join, and so definitely worth it. So checking it out. But so now we are jumping into today's agenda. And so let's take a quick look, and we're kicking off with a really exciting topic, and I'm handing again over to Elay, the artist behind the lens.
So let's just dive right in. That's me, the artist behind the lens. So yeah, what can I tell you? This webinar means a lot to me. So I think that's the reason why I'm so nervous. Because I'm sharing my honest story with you guys. And it's not about to show you some beautiful pictures about my best work that I did the last years. It's about to share the parts that you don't see. So that, I want to share some experiences with you that really, really matters to me. And at the right side, you see a picture for myself that was taken 2 years ago exactly, from my friend and lovely mentor, Nico Neithardt. Just let me have a quick look at my notice. I want to tell you that everything changed for me at this point. I was a person who was lost in this situation. I worked at the restaurant for 12 years. I had connections with photography, but I was really unhappy and stuck in a situation where I didn't believe in myself. So I did some photo shoots and had a great camera, but there was dust on it because I didn't take it with me. And then on this day, the photo was taken, I met Nico, and I decided that, wow, I want to be a photographer. Like, I want to have it all. I want to be like Nico. Backstory is that, I was a fangirl. Like, I loved his art and always dreamed about making big art, but couldn't move in this direction because I was stuck in my environment. And so I want to talk about the last 2 years and what it take me to think about and to learn to get in my power. And hopefully there's somebody that I can just inspire for taking the step to risk it. And to believe in yourself and go the way. So this is what the webinar is about. You don't need to know everything before you start, and you don't need to do it all by yourself. I want to talk about navigating inspiration and pressure, and also about comparison. So I want to talk about balancing emotions, creativity, and faith. And finally, finding a personal visual voice. So how? And how you make your hobby to a profession. For me, it's really important to truly understand that growth doesn't happen at once. Just like sports or anything you start to build. You don't have to have many skills or everything at the same time. It's more like doing it step by step. So real confidence comes with experience, and you have to take time for this. What helped me was the decision to enter a phase of learning. And yeah, see learning as a journey. So just to decide that I step in this journey of learning, and that this changed a lot. For your mindset, I think it's really important too that you understand that social media and everything that's on social media is really not the reality, and that it creates false scales. Like when somebody got 40 or 50,000 of followers, it doesn't mean that you first have to say, okay, I will never be this big. So numbers really don't define your quality. And comparison really distorts how you see your own path. So you need to go through your own and make your own measure. So if you start comparing too early, you stop before you begin. Let's talk about what's stopping you. Is it comparison? Is it pressure? Is it vulnerability? Is it the fear of making mistakes? Or is it a fear of being seen or being good enough? So maybe you are lucky and a person who believes in themselves like forever and grew up with confidence and trusting yourself. But even then, it doesn't matter. You can also have some doubts. And yeah, I think creative work touches very sensible places. And all those feelings like fear, doubt, vulnerability are part of the journey. And the moment that I realized that this is also part to face the fears and look at the fears and understand that I have to manage them before I start or manage them in my journey, it was like, oh, okay, that's part of it. I have to learn it. I feel kind of free that I don't have to deal with every emotion at the same time. It's more like, okay, I feel this, I feel that. I don't know how to post because I think someone thinks my posts are bad. I don't know. I called my friend and asked her, "How do you think the pictures are ugly?" And she's like, "No, post it." So, for example, I faced that I have to get over this, to learn to love my own art, to learn to hold myself first before I start this journey. So, and if you realize what stops you from starting, so the emotions or something, you have to make some space for your passion. So growth doesn't happen just because you just want it. At some point, you have to make really space for those things that you want. So that means you have to say no to what drains your energy. And that is really, really important. Um, and be honest and understand and see where you are. Like, yeah, it means to question your routines. It means to question your responsibilities and sometimes even the environment that you place yourself. Also, the relationships you're in. Do they drain you or do they push you? And the moment I realized that this all things can support me or drain me, and I have to make some decisions, also was very important. So every decision that you take shapes your path, I wanted to say. So if you where you go to make some vacation or where you want to go in your free time, what you consume, what you with who you are. So sorry, my English is a little bit
No, you're good.
yeah, okay. I
Yeah,
hope
yeah,
you
you're good. You're
understand.
good.
Okay. So the thing is, make space for what you really want to grow in and be honest to yourself. Yeah. And then put your energy where you want to go it. And yeah, if you choose where your energy goes, yeah. No, I wanted to say, if you don't choose where your energy has to go, then you go to a journey and the journey can be shaped. Like, yeah.
But it's the truth. That's what I've learned, also in the past. So that you're navigating your own energy. So it's really important. And
So,
mentors.
yeah, mentors. Let's talk about something that really, truly changed my life. And that was that I understand that I didn't have to make the journey by my own. You can find some company, some community, some mentors. And my first big advice is to go and find yourself your Mr. Miyagi, for those who know Karate Kid. So find the biggest fish in your pond and just go with him everywhere and learn. So learn from someone who does exactly the things that you want to do. So this is Nico on the right side at the picture, the person who took the picture at the first page from me. And I decided to write him a message and ask if I could help him. And I went with him everywhere. So I make his behind the scenes and watched him make big shootings, small shootings, birthdays and weddings, all the stuff. And the thing is that I really listened, I really observed, I assist, and even if it was like going to a dental practice to take some pictures at 6 in the morning, portraits, not for my portfolio, yeah.
This one's.
Yeah, this one that nobody till now saw. And I'm not really proud, but actually I have to be proud because that was part of the journey. So I didn't saw at this moment that this was practice. I've learned how he talked with the people. I've learned how the light, how the even the talk with the customer is important. So everything that he did, I was on his side and watched him doing and talked to him. So yeah.
But I think it's the biggest task, like to create this connectivity with your customer and with the client. So yeah, I think even
Yes.
me. So I'm on this like kind of step, like to learn exactly what you've learned, like way like years ago, so 2 years ago when you started like this. It's really good. It's really interesting.
So could you go just one?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so learn by being there. And the thing is, for me, it was really important to be like present and was heißt denn verlässlich? To be
Wait.
muss auch, reliable. To be reliable. So if I
Yes.
wasn't that reliable, he kicked me out. So I had his trust. He took me with him, and I had the privilege to be by his side and to learn. And I did this just 1 year, or maybe right now 2. So right now, I go also to some adventures with him because I think learning never stops. And if you're like not the photographer, you're the one who makes the behind the scenes, you're not the one who got the responsibility for everything, you can see the situation in another perspective, and that's very, yeah, you can learn a lot. So find yourself a mentor that do what you love to do and learn from him. Yeah, and the thing is, every city got communities. Like in my city, in my small town city, there's a photo bubble, we're saying, like many photographers at one place where you can collab, where you can talk. And yeah, and learn from each other. And there's something that is really important for me, that you understand that that the community is really learning and supporting and sharing, and there don't has to be any kind of jealousy. So he got this, she can that. Please slow this down and train yourself to see the community thing, because jealousy won't bring you anywhere. And every city got communities, not like just photo communities. You also got like small bands or clubs or places where people come together and got some great meals or do sports. So find the communities where you feel comfortable and where you go and where you like to be a part of. And yeah, document what you see with your camera. Let's talk about practice and first steps, early steps without a master plan. So give me a second. Yeah, so it's so basic, but it's so important that you need a camera, and you need the camera by your side. So you have to take it with you, and you have to decide really each time to take it with you, to be the photographer, not just the person who is going outside and meet the community. You have to step in this role. And I think you can start just where you are and use what you have. Like I said, the communities you already a part of, the birthday of your mother, the birthday of your best friend, holidays, or the things that are in front of you. For me, it was like I was a party girl and went outside and took my camera with me and document the parties where I have been. And so I just learned how to deal with my camera, to act with the people there. And I realized, oh, cool, I got some really nice pictures. Maybe I should send them and see what happens. And I did. I posted the pictures, tagged the club, and somehow at the next 2 months, the DJs booked me for personal pictures. The club booked me for making the pictures for the homepage. Then people that saw me taking pictures in the club just get to know me and book me for private shootings because they saw that I had fun and stuff. Yeah. So find a niche as your entry point and start. Go with the flow. Yeah, and I think very important is at the first steps and at the practice that you see the journey again and allow yourself to make some mistakes. So yeah, start with first own independent and unpaid projects. So this was a long time that I practiced in studios, like 10 studio sessions unpaid with my best friend and people that I met at the street, just to create some art that I could post online. And in this creating phase, I learned to get confident with the camera. I've learned to get confident with the people. And it was not about the money. It was about creating my style, about the experiences, and how to be safe and how to feel safe with myself in the journey. So yeah, these are some pictures from my holidays. So I
love them.
Thank you. I really take it serious at this point. I had a new camera, a really small one that I could take everywhere. And this was a game changer because I had not that huge thing to take it with me. I could just zip every time. And I've decided to make my holiday to a photo shoot. And this was a very important experience because I've learned that it's not just the creating stuff like meeting in the studio and making pictures with friends and just really got the whole control over everything, that the documentary photography for me started at this point. That, yeah, I was not inside, it was outside, like, yeah.
But really well catched emotions. Love it. Someone also wrote it already, so that's real emotions in all these pictures.
Yeah, so these pictures are my first studio pictures, and it's I can't yeah, I'm proud of them. It's not my style anymore. But I've really planned it. I planned everything just to create a style. And this was all on paid. And I make this pictures like this maybe for 1 year and didn't get booked. So no bookings, nothing. But after 1 year, it came step by step. So I've had, but first I had to create those. Yeah.
So to invest something to get something out.
Yes. Yes. So this picture is a funny one because I had a very, very big learning at this point. I had some very huge lens dots on my sensor.
Sensor, yeah.
Yeah, sensor. And I didn't recognize them. So it was like 40 or 50 dots all over this picture. So later I shopped them out. But I posted the pictures because I didn't know how to clean my camera, and I didn't know that this is a fact that you have to clean your camera. And this was 3 years ago, okay? And I've studied also kind of and make some photo courses and everything. But I was really hard to myself after I posted them and I recognized that they are dots and stuff and really, really ashamed. But you have to make the mistakes to learn. Yeah, to learn something. So I don't want to say some basic stuff, but somehow, yeah, you have to make the experiences. Yeah, my important learnings. So what I've learned and what I want to tell you is just trust your sense of the moment. Trust really changes everything. So recognize when something is happening and just have the courage to press the shutter. So be the photograph in the room. No one is giving you permission. No one does that. Even if there are 20 more people around you that are in the same situation and don't press the shutter. You can be the one and you have to decide to be the one. And this every time. So, and it's a thing like, even if you feel like uncomfortable, trust yourself when you see a situation that moves something inside of you, even if it's like kind of, yeah, cringe or intimate or stuff like that. Yeah, take responsibility for the moment and don't wait that somebody giving you the action. Yeah. Something important that I learned is also that connection and trust between the people that you are taking images of really matter. So take your time to connect with the people, create safety. Please create it and do not making some pressure to get your nice pictures. Hype the people up instead and show people what you see, like turn your camera around, say, wow, beautiful, when you feel that it's beautiful, and people open up and feel good. Yeah, let them feel strong, beautiful, and real. Yeah.
More of the lovely
And
pictures.
more of the lovely pictures. So this is my niece, and I took the people in my circumstance. So I just make 1,000 pictures of my niece, of my mother, of my best friends to learn how to handle the camera. And here you see that's a child, and she trusts me, and that's the reason why I can get this close to her. And even if you meet someone that's new and or 20 or 30 years old, you have to be very sensitive when you go close and give the people a good feeling, and then they open up, and the yeah, the picture changes. Yeah, also with women and men in the studio, I experienced that when I hype them up, I and give time to know the person. Many photographers don't do this, but I really take my time to know the people who I shoot and what they love, what they feel, how they feel, and then I start. Sometimes I drink something with them first and talk, and I want that they open up, and then the kind of image changes, the emotion changes. At some point, when you practice a lot and go from place to place and do your thing, at some point you have to ask yourself, so what do you want to show? You take everything, go to places, but then you look at your whole pictures and you have to think about what you want to show and who you are becoming. So I started with potty photos because I was a potty girl. At some point, I wasn't a potty girl anymore, so couldn't identify myself with those pictures anymore. So ask yourself, what do I want to show, who and why? And why do I press the shutter? So I photographed a lot of girls being very confident and staying strong, and I had to think about why. Why do I do it, and why is there a beauty for me to level up, to find my style and find the people and places that I want to have in front of my lens. So yeah, it's important to trying things out to find your voice. So go on the journey, shut everything, and reflect and think about what really makes you feel good and what feels natural, and even what doesn't feel natural, so what feels uncomfortable. So just be just reflect. Yeah, learn what feels right and notice what doesn't. And you see the difference in the pictures. You do.
It's true. You see it like step by step, the difference and the learnings.
Yeah, at the left side there's a picture from Cologne, and at the right side from Paris. And these are just pictures that I took when I was like in the situation. So I put myself in the situation to get the images, but so this was a decision to be there at this place, but so yeah. On the left side, that's a picture in Italy with a girl that I met at the streets just to do some crazy stuff with her. And actually, I looked at these pictures. This happened this summer. And then I said, okay, I tried like 2 years. I think this could be my style. So it's the same lens every time, it's the same color, and yeah, it makes something with me. So it takes time. This is one of my beautiful best friends, and she moved in a new apartment. And of course, I had my camera and had to make some portraits of her. It's the same camera, it's the same style, and yeah, I love the look in her face. So the thing is that what inspires you changes over time, and yeah, you have to try new things every time. And early works like the pictures of the dentist, for example, doesn't define your future style. It's practicing. And you don't have to share all those results. You have to practice and give yourself the time to reflect what you like and with what you feel comfortable. And also to reflect what you don't like and what you don't post and what you don't identify yourself with. It's another thing that you can make it in 1 or 2 months. It's like take a year to go in this journey. So this is my opinion. This is my experience. 1 year, 2 year, and even if you find it at some points, you say, okay, I think I have to up level and do something new because I can't identify myself with this anymore. Like me right now with the studio photos I take. I can't identify myself anymore with those. I'm proud of those, but this is not me anymore, and it's okay.
But yeah, you did grow in a different way, so
Yes.
it's a trial and error, I think.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's trying a lot. So I think I've passed also the same. So to shoot a lot, and most of the photographies I've shoot like in the past, I still like them in a one way, but they're no more my favorites. So, but it's yeah, it's I think one of the best advice is like to try a lot.
Yeah, and take your time to try new things, even if you're bored. Do it. So, yeah, like I said, notice when you feel free while shooting, and when you really got to this point and you understand, oh, okay, this could work for me, and this will come at some point. So trust that this will come. Yeah, confidence creates creative freedom. So that was the last point. So, and travel movement was for me very important because at some point I was bored. I made thousands of pictures of my mother, of my best friend, of my people around me and of my hometown, and I realized that I'm bored. And I think boredom is a signal that you can take serious to move. And yeah, just leave the comfort zone and try new environments, new perspectives, and try again, find something new, and be the stranger with the camera in different cities and look where it takes you. Yeah. And not everything has to be perfect at some point. Sometimes it's more important to capture the moment than to have, like, I don't know, the perfect image with everything like in the right position.
Yeah, I think also the first step for everyone is like you mentioned it like before already, it's to take your camera everywhere with you. If you're using it, it's by yourself, but having it like with you, there's a possibility and chance like to take it out, to take the pictures and try and try and try.
Yeah.
Don't leave it at home, so take it with you.
Yes, yes.
So
So yeah, moment over rules, free yourself. So this was also a nice learning. So when you know how to handle your camera and what you have to do to get this or this effect, at some point where I find my voice, I break the rules. Everything that I've learned, I was like, okay, I will not do this anymore. I'm bored. I do something, so I do the opposite of this that I have to, don't know, um, that you normally do. So turn things around and try. Yeah. So staying true to your vision, especially in challenging situations. So at the left side, there's a picture from a festival where I have been booked. And when you booked in a job, and I mean 20 or 30 photographers are around you, and you already found your style, don't compare yourself, and please stay true to your heart, to your art. This was a very big learning for me, this festival, because everybody got their huge objectives, like tele objectives. I don't know the correct word in English. So
Telezoom. So it's
telezooms,
like
the
that. Yeah.
telezooms. And I bought myself one because I thought at festivals everyone got a telezoom objective. So I have to do this also. And the first day I was there, I just shoot with the lens and the perfect pictures. Like I had really perfect pictures. Like they look really great. But somehow I couldn't find myself in the pictures. And after this day, I just cried because I couldn't identify myself. Really, it was really hard for me, and I was really unhappy with the results. And then I took my time, maybe like half an hour, 1 hour, to sit there and understand what's going on inside of me, and that I wasn't true to myself. I was trying to copy the other ones to going safe. And then I decided to go and shoot with my 28 millimeters and with my 8 millimeters, and do the things that I can and that I love, and that not the environment sharpening my no, not the environment is telling me what to do. It's like I'm coming at the festival and I want to have my style, so I have to take my lenses like I used to. So I take the 8 millimeter lens and had to go really in front of the artists and really put them the lens like this far, and had to see how my position is. So the dynamic was another one. I changed the lens and I could have a other view of the situation, and my pictures changed again. So my advice is just don't copy, trust your way of working, and the limitation of 8 millimeters or 28 millimeters make my pictures better and unique. Yeah. So, and the reflection in this moment that I had with myself was very important. So take your time when something doesn't feel good to see why.
On this one, there was a little question. So, which telezoom lens did you use for this picture? But I corrected because you changed it. You were not like a big fan of the zoom lens, so
Correctly.
you used the 8 millimeters. So this is the creation, the art. It
Yeah, it's
came
the
out.
28
Ah,
millimeters.
this is the 28. Okay.
This is
all
the
right.
28 millimeters. Yes. And you have to imagine 28. So I cropped it, but I was really this far. So I put my arm like in his face. Yeah. And there's a video online where he is pulling his beer in my lens because I was like this far, and I had to really move myself there to get those images. And with the tele zoom, this picture would happen. Yeah.
But really nice picture at the end. So what had happened on this one? So yeah, there we see the picture, right? On the left
Yes.
side.
Yes, that's the picture, actually. Yeah.
This is the one with the 8 millimeter, right?
Yes, that's the
Yes.
one with the 8 millimeters. Yeah.
So there is also the clarity. No zoom lens, so really close lens. Prime lenses, 28 millimeters and 8 millimeters.
Yeah.
So back to you.
Yes. So the last big topic is from artist. So from hobby to profession, right?
Yeah.
So, and this thing really matters to me. Turning passion into profession, choosing to work independently. So, really, to be really honest, in my experience, the difference between hobby and profession is the decision. There's no other. So, if you think of the Italian restaurant where the cook started with nothing and opened his restaurant. He takes responsibility for his future. He decides that this is his way. He put everything in it and he jumped. So he decided to make things work. And in photography or creative jobs, it's the same. So you have to make the decision that you have to believe in yourself, and you have to believe that this is possible to make your passion to work with your passion and make passion work.
Yeah, but that's it exactly. So the passion creates all the next steps. So
Correct.
I think it's mostly, not all, but mostly about passion, and passion creates like networks and yeah, more in your work. So, I stepped too much.
So yeah, and that's the thing. So there's no perfect timing. So even when you feel comfortable and secure in your full-time job, so I was comfortable, a photographer by a company, and they fired me like from, I didn't expect it, and I felt safe. And then I decided to really jump in. And this wasn't easy. It wasn't great. I hadn't like this and this. I hadn't the money. I had experience. I was like 1 year with Nico and had the experience and networked. But I didn't got the jobs or the money or the vision or a plan how I make my finance stuff and anything. So I want to say there's no perfect moment to start. If you want it, you have to jump. That's it. You don't need to know everything. You can just learn it at the way. And yeah, learning is part of the journey. It is.
Definitely.
So I told you about the studio photos that I took, the 10 times, 20 times, 40 times that I take pictures unpaid. And I was frustrated because nothing really happened to me. Nobody booked me. But after I decided to make my hobby to a profession, or after I jumped in, I had to decide. And I jumped in, somehow my energy were there. And then suddenly, after a time, I get booked for these photo shootings, like the studio shoots that I had to practice 10 times first after I get no, before I get paid. So visibility comes from recognition. I want to say you have to create before you get booked. And sometimes you have to wait a little till the results are feelable. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, preparation shows it value later. Of course it does. So it's not that that you see it at the first time that something's happened. Sometimes it has to wait and it takes time. Yeah.
There's a little question about like this picture here.
Yeah.
So as I understood it, like, what's the no, how did you create this picture? So, or it's probably in the studio, right? Studio
Yes.
picture.
Yes. So I had two lights and so like a Kleiderstange.
A wardrobe, like, to,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, and we had that plastic
plastic, yeah.
thing like with
Clips.
Wäscheklammern,
Yeah,
clips
yeah, yeah.
on it, and then she gets behind it.
Behind it.
Yeah, and
Nice.
then we get her really, really close to the plastic,
Yeah.
so and make this picture.
Okay, perfect. Really easy. So,
Really, yeah, it was really, yeah.
so something else, and don't over-engineer things. Like, be that easy and
That's
create something.
true.
All right.
Oh.
Really special and good point. I really like about so
Finding
finding
the
the
balance,
balance.
finding the balance between money, networking, and creative projects. So not every project has to pay immediately. So some jobs are about visibility and presence. So in my journey, I was on many events where I haven't been paid. So it was just to be there and be present, to connect and to talk. And yeah, the networking, to understand that the networking is part of the work. So you sometimes there's somebody who says, ah, yeah, can you just come and photograph my birthday for 400 euros, for example. Okay, but the person is, I don't know, a very famous lawyer and got a huge community at his party. And then I say, okay, ooh, 5, 6, 7 hours, a birthday, don't know, but yeah, okay, I come. And so, yeah, you get the cash, and maybe it's not enough, but the presence is going to bring you the next job because you connect on the birthday, for example. So networking is part of the work, always remember. And yeah, just being in the room creates opportunities. Yeah, and showing up can matter more than getting paid. So you have to decide every time to make a creative project to get the customers that I would like and create the pictures in the studio, for example. And I want to get booked for studio pictures. So I make an unpaid creative project that fills my heart and people see, and then I get booked. Nice. Or should I go to the event and network, be present and stuff and get the next jobs safe? Or is there a job that gives me like money? It's just the money and you have your freedom to make the creative projects because your rent is paid. So yeah, just think about that. You have to balance these 3 points. It's not always the money, it's not always the networking, it's not always the creative projects. You have to balance them.
I think, yeah, it's the finding the right way in between all the three. But it's not that hard. So if you know what you want, you find the balance.
Yeah, and creative works keep you alive. So I talk to a lot of photographers and meet a lot of people out there. And so even the ones with many, many, many jobs and a lot of things to do, trying to make one time a month, one time a week, how it depends, a creative project. So this keeps you alive, and it's really necessary to upgrade and to stay in the flow. And sometimes when you got just jobs for the money, it drains your aura. Yeah, it's not good for your for your passion. You have to keep the fashion alive. It's like going on a date. Like you make a project that you really want to do, and yeah, it keeps you alive. Yeah, and also you can create every time new things like yeah, maybe you find a new niche where you want to get booked. You can try and open another door. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so let's talk about you versus your self-doubt. And this one really matters to me because when I understand, like I already said, that you have to deal with some emotions like fear or comparison or, yeah, being nervous or something, that these feelings are not a signal to stop. That it just means that something is really important to you, and yeah, that your body can't decide at this moment when you feel fear if it's a yeah, it just says that it's a bad sign, but it could be also that you just have respect. And please don't stop if you feel that signal. Yeah. Yeah, you maybe you can't stop like some fears of, I don't know, being seen or something, but you can rename them. You can change the experience by forcing the emotion, and to realize that you can grow in this role, to be a photographer, to show yourself, to making all this experience changed for me. Yeah, everything. Yeah. So when you start to do the things that you want to do, like things that you're afraid of, you retrain your brain, and yeah, you create a new mindset, and that's part of the journey, I think, to start and stepping in that role. And yeah.
So it's also for me, so to work with your fear, but staying positive. But fear is something what happens with everyone, right? So
Yeah, that's part of the industry, right?
yeah,
So in the creative scene, I mean, the biggest artists in every niche got some fears of being
yeah,
seen, of uh yeah, showing the arts, of yeah, feeling not good enough. So yeah, you show something about yourself. Of course, you're
that's that.
vulnerable.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's it. Show yourself.
and that's it. Show yourself. So I understand that even if you enter the room and be a part of a community, if you're the photographer or not, you are like a storefront. So it's all about aura. Like when you doing a job and somebody at the birthday party is watching you and you love the job, then the people feel it and they recognize it and they come to you and connect with you and want to work with you. So I really experienced this very, very hard, that every time I went to, doesn't matter which job, when I started to go with the flow, the people around me came. So trust in that, and yeah, work also on that you are present by doing the thing. So
It's what you mentioned before. It's the aura, like, and you catch with your positive aura all the people, and so everyone who's also positive is attracted by your aura. So yeah,
yeah,
and I think that's the right thing. So because in the past I was also like I have also like big self doubts about my work, my photography, and but yeah, being positive opens like not every door, but a lot of more doors than being like, I can't do this, I can't do that. So it's more like, hey, I do this and I do that, and someone will like it. So it's definitely the positivity. So it's what I really like, what you're telling.
Yeah, and I think also show yourself means make videos, make photos of your journey, post it, tell people, be present. So visibility is necessary. I don't mean push your followers to the edge, because this doesn't matter. I mean, just if you got 100, 200, 300, 1,000 followers, it doesn't matter. You have to show that you're present, and then the 100, 200 will book you, you know? So yeah, this make more opportunities when you show yourself while doing the stuff that you love.
Definitely. This is the reason why I found you, and I got inspired by your work. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Nice to
you started like sharing your works, and I found you, and I was like, okay, it's really inspiring what you're doing, and like now today we're here. Yes, but yeah, show yourself. So we came to an end, and thank you very much. Was really inspiring, really interesting to hear about like your journey, how you started like and from like the beginning and to where you're now. And yeah, so I think we are open now for questions. You can post your questions in the chat if you have some, and if not, you're also able to connect with Elay via Instagram. Here's the handle. It's totally open to you if you have some questions. If not, feel free to connect. So wait, there are now questions coming. Sorry, there's a recording of the event. Definitely, yes, this was the question. Perfect. But yeah, if there are no more questions, I will say thank you to you, Elay. It was really, really nice, really lovely, and I'm really thankful also for having you today here. Alrighty.
All right. Thank you guys that you take your time to listen. It was a pleasure and a nice experience to make something like this, and share my vision with you. So thanks, Axel.
Thank you very much. Alrighty, then have a great day and Merry Christmas for all of you.
Merry Christmas for all of you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.